Hello, I'm Monique Brunson Jones, and I am a 2014 graduate of the Women's Executive Leadership Program. I had the opportunity to seek a new job in this past year, and so I left leading a community foundation to lead a social impact organization focused on both philanthropy and nonprofit organizations throughout the state of Illinois. So it's been fast and furious, but very enlightening to see the need and the challenges, and then be at an organization that can help with all the opportunities to make people's lives full. We are the only statewide regional organization focused on both nonprofit organizations, philanthropic organizations, doing the work of addressing issues that everyone in Illinois care about. So education, healthcare, violence prevention, all the things that we want to make sure are either happening to the best or not happening at all, to make sure folks live to their full potential. So similar to the Women's Executive Leadership Program, we want to make sure that our leaders are learning together and experiencing the changes together and able to pull off each other's experiences throughout their learning cohorts. So we bring people together to share their expertise with some folks who probably couldn't otherwise afford it. And so they're benefiting for it for free. All that said, we are really just a resource to connect our nonprofits and our philanthropic organizations so that they can build relationships over time and address the issues in Illinois that we need to address. It's so interesting. I started my career as a therapist. So I left grad school and immediately jumped into working at a junior high school in my local community. A little office in the basement of the school, helping teachers to not suspend or expel their students based on the behaviors. So from there, I jumped from working as a clinical therapist to moving to Chicago and working in one of the largest nonprofit organizations, bringing those clinical skills from direct service work to more of a macro level. I was able to go and work in public health, and then went on to philanthropy. And so my background is direct service. Moving that over to philanthropy helped me understand really how to think about donations, how to think about donor cultivation, how to think about what it really takes to do the work and the funding that's needed to do that work. Now I can help organizational leaders and think about their work in connection with each other. I was attracted to be able to come and bring all of my experiences into one space and not have to focus on one or the other. It was so much great fun. At the time that I did this, part of the plan was thinking about my leadership development and who I was internally and how that would be reflected in what I did. And so WELP was at the top of that list. In that process, I was also connected with my executive coach, and that helped me identify, and I tell people all the time, 5 values. We talked through everything. We talked about women as leaders, women of color as leaders, women in big, small organizations. I learned a lot from people. But the thing that I left that program with was 5 values that I knew if those values were reflected in the places where I worked, lived, loved, and played, or if I could make sure I was always reflecting those things, I would be able to work at my highest capacity. And those things were optimism, humor, equity, fidelity, and there's one more that escapes me right now. Hopefully I will remember soon, but there were 5. In any space where I am and those things don't exist, I'm not at my best. So that has helped me weed out opportunities that just might not, it may look good on the surface, but when I start digging under, if those values don't exist, I can't be in the space. That program helped me identify what's important to me, and not just my career, but in every area of my life and be bold about saying it, like upfront, and not hold back on